Welcome back to the podcast, Catch It, A New Perception. My name is Katuk. I think about how I'm moving forward in life and what is it that matters today. This podcast is being done on a weekly basis. I do about 15-minute episodes. I use the name Katuk. It is a spirit name that I was gifted very young. And means of the woods. It's Gaelic, Celtic. And I also like the idea of being able to see things differently. And when I'm able to do these podcasts, I see myself differently. I see the world differently. I see you different. And for me, that's a really big deal. So if you appreciate something, give it a thumbs up. Please share it with others. And thank you all for any comments that you make along the way. I'd like to catch a new perception. There was a pun originally with the name of this, and I like the fact that if you Google those words specifically, it's the only thing that I know of that comes up. Catch it, a new perception. In the process of wanting to catch a new perception myself is a big part of why I do this the way that I do. It's because I'm trying to reinvent the way that I think. So I don't think the way that I used to, so I don't feel the way I used to, so I don't act the way I used to. So I can continue to do things different in the future than I do today. So I can get to know my higher self in a way that's important to me. I know these last few episodes, my voice maybe hasn't come across the best. The neuropathy that I have is not just in my feet and hands, it's in my throat and my sinuses also. So it's difficult to drink things. Even room temperature are kind of cold for me. Any type of carbonation does not work very well. I just have a lot of problems. I don't have many problems at all. I have some solutions on how to do things better than what I was doing them. And therefore, I'm not drinking things that are cold, and I'm dealing with the neuropathy to the best of my ability. And my voice, in the way that I speak, may not be as clearly. I always feel like I could cough. Just trying to be conscious and aware of these things as I do this episode. Thinking about the fact that we shoot for the stars. We dream big. Do we follow through with those dreams? Are we able to tell ourselves the truth and know that they'll come true? Our daydreams, our night dreams, whatever they are. Or do we get stopped by the clouds on the way to the stars? Do we let something stop us that looks cloudy in between? Do we allow ourselves to be able to find the truth and know that we're going to be able to accomplish whatever we set out to do? I did Vision Quest a number of years in a row, and that's called a dream. We find a dream when we're up there. We find a vision. I may speak of that type of dream at times when we shoot for the stars. I may speak of the type of dream that I have when I think about where I'm going to retire. My wife has talked about wanting to retire in the Mediterranean region for a period of time. I haven't resisted. I just haven't really agreed. I don't know. And recently I have agreed that that's what we will do. So that's what we work towards. Maybe a few years out from now, I understand that. But when I shoot for the stars, that is my plan. That's what I'm going to do. I know plans can change, but not because I get stopped. It's because I choose to make a different decision. That's really different. If I get stopped, it's because of something I did or I didn't do. And I'll make it happen unless we make a decision that we want to be somewhere else. I don't see it happening right now. I think going to the Mediterranean sounds like a great place to retire. To just live somewhere different and see things different. Have a different experience, totally different than living on Turtle Island. I didn't think I'd leave Turtle Island. I didn't know. Maybe I won't. I don't know. I'm not promised tomorrow, so I get it. When I shoot for the stars, it has to be today. I have to do something today to be able to accomplish that dream. Keep that dream going. Knowing that this is what I'm going to do. State it as a matter of fact, and then take an action towards it. It's what allows me to be able to think and feel the way that I do. is my thinking dictates the way that I feel. It has probably every moment of my life. If I want to change how I feel, I change how I think about a situation. Change the way I think about me or you or something that happened or something that didn't happen. And I change the way I think about it and I feel totally different. My thinking dictates how I feel. I've used different examples at different times. One of them is getting divorced. Most people that I know someone who's been divorced. And if a situation made us feel a certain way, then everyone that's ever been divorced would feel the exact same way. It's not the situation. It's the way they think about the divorce, the marriage, whatever it is, the marriage that's dissolved or dissolving, whatever it is, their thinking about it allows them to feel the way they feel. Some people feel free getting out of a marriage. Some people feel condemned getting out of a marriage. People could feel many different ways because of the way that they think. And I believe that the action that we take will dictate how we think. So when I take an action to travel to Europe later this year, I will see Europe in a different way than I've seen it before. I'm going to think different about Europe. The last time, a couple of years ago when I traveled to Europe, I was thinking different by the time I came home. I saw everything different. I felt different about it. I will have the privilege when this comes out to be in Vancouver, British Columbia. And I will be there celebrating my anniversary. And I am going there for a show and to take my wife to dinner for our anniversary. One thing that I've been taught about changing the way that I think and shooting for the stars is the things that I do are more important than the way that I see things in the past. And the reason I say that is because for an anniversary gift decades ago, I've only been married for a little over a couple of decades. And one of the things that is important is that I take my wife to a dinner in a nice place that we've never been before. When I started doing it, I'd say a place I can't afford because I couldn't really afford it and I would do it anyway. And that's really cool. And not that we've been to lesser places since, the affordability is different and I plan differently towards it. And I'm able to travel to do it sometimes. And we've been down in the Caribbean and we've been down in Mexico and Puerto Rico and places like that for our anniversary. This time we're going to Vancouver to see a band and to have dinner in a place we've not had it before. Shoot it for the stars. There's nothing going to stop me from this. I'm doing chemo a week later than I thought. I will be finishing up chemo just a couple days before we travel. So therefore, finishing up as this is recorded, and I will be not 10 days removed from chemo, but about 2 days removed from chemo by the time we jump on that flight. It doesn't stop me. It doesn't change anything. If I want to do something, I just need to make a plan and walk with it. Shoot for the stars. Make sure I go as high as I can go with it. Make sure I can take an action that will allow me to think different, so I'll feel different in the future than what I felt in the past. To me, this is really important, to not get stopped by the clouds, for lack of a better term, when talking about shooting for the stars. And I say that because I think that it's important that anything could be clouding my vision, clouding my hearing, clouding my gift of sight, which is different than vision. Not blocking that third eye, finding the truth so that I don't get clouded by what's not true. Walk towards it and make it happen. I've used this example before. When starting a business, someone will either tell themselves that they will succeed or not succeed. And very often it's true, whatever they're telling themselves. Shoot for the stars. Tell yourself the truth that you're going to the stars. Take it all in. Embrace it. Learn to live with passion and walk with it. Passion is important to me. I live with passion. I'm passionate about the things that I do, the sacred circles I sit in. I'm passionate about this podcast. I'm passionate about the friends that I have, the loved ones. Passionate about and with my wife. I have passion in this lifetime. I've also been gifted some other things, like compassion. And I think it's important for me, if I'm going to shoot for the stars and I'm going to rise above, that I carry compassion with me. That I don't step on other people along the way. I bring them up. I encourage them to do the same. I encourage them to bring up the people next to them, the people coming up behind them. You give them a hand and lift them up to where you're at. And all of a sudden they rise above you and they pull you above where they were at. And it continues to grow that way. When we reach for the stars, we bring other people with us. We don't step on people along the way. We don't condemn people. We don't talk down about them. We bring them up. We make sure that we all rise together. And the more that we rise together, the more each one of us are going to be able to reach those stars without the clouds getting in the way. I've had some cloudy days and I've had some dark days. And I've had the clouds encompass me in such a way I didn't think I would get through. I have been at the depths of emotion in this lifetime where I didn't necessarily even want to get through. I felt so horrible about myself and the way that I saw the world. Those clouds do not cover me today. I will not only shoot for the stars, I'll reach them. I want you to come with me. I want you to be able to reach the stars. I want you to see what you can do, who you can become. I want you to believe it and walk towards it. I want you to be able to change the way you think if you need to. If everything that is perfect in your world, good for you. You're thinking the way you need to think. You're feeling the way you want to feel about yourself and others. You're living without judgment. You're living without condemning. You're living with love and compassion. You're living with passion. Good for you. Keep holding on to those stars, if that's the truth. Find the truth, walk with it, carry a good heart. That's my plan. And I'm going to hold on to these stars. When I reach them, I'm going to hold on. I'm just going to live there. Looking forward to next time. Live in harmony with and use the bounty of the land to bring kindness to the world. Dok Shao, okay?